Hey, everybody, it's Carrie Peters, and I am here to welcome you to your nutrition career blueprint: how to get certified, get clients, and make money in 6 months. I am one of the co founders and primary teachers of the Health Coach Institute. And if you want to turn your passion for nutrition into a career that transforms lives, then this is going to be the best time ever that you've invested in yourself and your career journey, because it's no secret. You know, I know, everybody knows, unless they've been living under a rock, that we are in the middle of like the worst public health crisis of our time, because as a society, we are more stressed, we are more overworked, we are more overweight, we are more exhausted, we are more burnt out, we are sicker than ever before, and we're developing lifestyle diseases like heart disease, obesity, and diabetes at a really alarming rate. Did you know that 6 in 10 American adults have a chronic disease? That makes me want to cry. That 75% of women have symptoms of adrenal fatigue. That 60% of the American population are on antidepressants. 10 million women have eating disorders. Over 17 million people die from heart disease every year. Within a decade, 67% of the population will have some form of diabetes. It's horrifying. And even worse, half of humankind, that means billions of people, are expected to be overweight by 2030. And I tell you, when I look at these statistics, it's like I feel my chest, I feel it crushed. Like, this is not okay. And the truth is that the way we've been doing in nutrition and health has been failing. And it's primarily because the choice of which foods land in our stores and on our plates is heavily influenced by big food, by big agri, by big pharma, all these industries that are designed to increase industry revenue, regardless of the effect on public health. And I think it's clear, and we can all agree, my guess is if you're here, you can agree with us too, that food policy, particularly in the US, has been shaped by misaligned incentives. We have studies that are supposed to teach us what's healthy, but are funded by big food brands. We have food companies that are manufacturing their food to deliberately reach a bliss point using disproportionate amounts of sugar and salt and fat to make consumers dependent on their products. And meanwhile, we spend trillions of dollars on diseases that are 95% preventable with basic good nutrition and healthy lifestyle habits. If you feel the way I feel about this, which is like angry, sad, frustrated, like, it's time for a massive paradigm shift in how we approach nutrition. And we're not alone, you and I, in thinking that, because a mountain of research is showing that good nutrition and better habits can prevent up to 75% of all disease. And more medical professionals, corporations, insurance companies, and wellness providers are collaborating with nutrition experts to help their patients improve their health. And people all around the world are getting seriously excited about the miracle effects of healthy eating. And that is making nutrition careers more in demand than ever before. So this webinar that we're doing here today is perfect for you if you're interested in making a great living, empowering others to heal themselves through food. If you are interested in being part of a much needed healthcare solution. If you are interested in discovering how you can turn your passion for nutrition into a career you love. If you are interested in learning about our cutting edge nutrition training and how it's different from other schools. And of course, in your nutrition career blueprint, we're going to share how we can help you get certified, get clients, and make money with a nutrition career in just 6 months. Plus, I have to tell you, at the end of this webinar, I'm super excited because I have a very special gift for you that I think you're going to love. And I got to give you a hint because I can't possibly wait until the end of the webinar. And that the gift at the end of the webinar is going to be a way to get a very special VIP access into our training, behind the scenes, into the training, like a student. You can see on the slide here that this is a picture of our members area, our student center, where you access your courses. And I want to get you in there for free, no cost to you. And I'm going to show you how to do that at the end of the webinar. There's no obligation. I want you to be able to take actual classes, see the course materials, and really take it for a test drive to see if it's right for you. So stick with me till the end of the webinar so I can show you how to get access, and I think you'll be very glad that you did that. But first, I got a little carried away. I'm just very excited about this gift because it's just a great way to see firsthand if our training is right for you or not. But before I go forward into your nutrition career blueprint, I just want to quickly share, for those of you who don't know me or my co-teacher, Stacy Morgenstern. There's Stacy, she's the blonde. I'm the brunette, obviously. People sometimes call us Steri or Casey. We don't have as good a moniker as like J-Lo. No, it wasn't J-Lo. It was, what was Ben Affleck and J-Lo? That was so many years ago. Bennifer, that's what it was. We don't have something as good as Bennifer. But there we are. So Stacy and I are both nutrition and health coaches, and we started out about 12 years ago. And when we started, neither of us had any background in coaching. We didn't have any background in nutrition. We didn't have any background in health. We didn't have any background in business. We started completely from scratch. In fact, before Stacy became a coach, and I wish I could have found a picture of this, she worked in a grocery store in San Francisco for $17 an hour, and she was a cookie and pie taster. No joke. She was a cookie and pie taster in a grocery store. So not only did she not have a background in health, she had a background in eating a lot of sugar. And then I was a professional actress, and I was making around $25,000 a year, and I found an old photo to put on the slide for you. This was me in a very green dress, in a Shakespeare play called Twelfth Night. And I loved being an actress, but things went differently for me, which I'll share in a moment. But as an actress, I made about $25,000 a year. So neither Stacy nor I had any background in health, nutrition, wellness, or coaching. Now, cut to 12 years later, and Stacy and I have been professional coaches, making six figures and multiple six figures each year, year after year. So how do we do it? And that's what I want to share with you in this webinar. And for me, it all started about 15 years ago. I really started becoming fascinated with health. I was acting, like you saw in that photo. I'd go to the theater every day. I'd go to rehearsal. It was always my dream to become an actress. And I was doing that in my 20s in Chicago, and thought I was living my dream. But every night I would come home from the theater and I would binge eat. And I never told anybody about this. And the truth was that I didn't understand at the time I had a serious binge eating disorder that I was pretty much in denial about. And just to give you an idea of what I ate every day, I would start breakfast with peanut butter Captain Crunch. That would be breakfast. And then I would have Kraft macaroni and cheese for lunch. And then I would have Hostess powdered sugar donuts, like in the little sleeve. I would have those for a snack in the afternoon. For dinner, I would have Taco Bell bean burritos, no cheese, of course, because I didn't want it to hurt my stomach. And then every night, I would eat a pint of Ben & Jerry's chocolate fudge brownie frozen yogurt every night for years on end. And to top it all off, on a typical day, I would drink 2 liters of Diet Coke. And when I say it now, I'm like, I don't know how I survived that. I think it was because I was in my 20s that my body was able to handle so much abuse. But it did come to a head. So I think as I got to my 27, 28, my stomach just started erupting. And shocker. I mean, I was like, oh no, my stomach hurts. What's happening? Like, hello, you're binge eating horrible foods. But anyway, I went to a gastroenterologist, and great doctor, very nice man. He said, you have IBS, and I'm going to write you a prescription for Zelnorm, and you're going to have to take this for the rest of your life. And the rebel inside me was like, no, wait a minute, that can't be right. I can't have to take this prescription for the rest of my life. This can't possibly be true. And then I thought, wait a minute, we didn't talk about anything that I eat. Maybe something that I eat has to do with my stomach. I mean, think about it now. It's so funny. Like, maybe you think, wow, 27-year-old you're smart. So I decided I was going to learn about healthy eating and do an experiment. I was going to experiment, change my diet, and see if it would help my stomach. And I started sort of devouring book after book. I started making my own food. I wasn't a good cook. I'm still not a good cook, but I started thinking like, okay, well, if I start to add more healthy food into my diet, then things might change. And I started to establish this new normal of healthy eating. And when I did, I really did feel relief. I felt my sugar cravings lessened, my bloating lessened, my stomach problems at IBS died down. I started to have this like glimmer of hope that I might actually love my body, which I had hated for years and years. I was an hourglass figure. I always thought I was fat. No, just hourglass. Straight up and down. That's what it's supposed to be, man. So I started to love my body for the first time in my life. And I noticed as I made this transition into healthy eating that my life started to transform, and I was super grateful. And I noticed that even with all the changes I had made, there was still something missing because I still had some stomach issues after meals. I still had some bloating and gas. I still had periods of like really low energy and brain fog. I was still anxious a lot of the time. And actually I was like, wow, who am I without sugar and caffeine? I don't even know, like, I got to figure this out. So what I realized was that now that I had this healthy eating foundation, I had to go to the next level, and I had to learn how food functioned in my body to create the least amount of discomfort and disease and the most amount of energy and health. And that's when I discovered something called functional nutrition. Now, you may have heard of functional medicine. It's highly likely that you have. And that's a new direction that medicine is heading in because it focuses on identifying and addressing the root cause of disease rather than just trying to focus on or treat symptoms. For example, take a prescription for like my Zelnorm example with that well-intentioned, lovely gastroenterologist. So instead of prescriptions or surgery to treat symptoms, functional medicine is trying to get at a root cause. And functional nutrition is the nutrition side of that approach. So functional nutrition is a holistic approach to nutrition. It uses targeted diet and lifestyle changes. It's based on bioindividuality, and it triggers healing and builds health from a cellular level. And at HCI, you'll learn functional nutrition on 3 levels. And the first level is laying the foundation. And that's what I did when I started, just laying that foundation of healthy eating and nutrition science. And then we go up to the second level, which is making it functional. That's exactly what happened in my journey. Understanding how food interacts with the body to mitigate disease and build optimal health. And then we go up to the third level, which is working with advanced conditions. So let's talk about these in a little more detail. Let's keep rolling because there's so much I have to say about these. I want to make sure I get everything in. So let's talk about laying the foundation. So in our curriculum, Stacy and myself teach this module, and in this level, you'll learn the fundamentals of nutrition science, the fundamentals of healthy eating, and when you do that for yourself, you're going to experience changes, and you're also going to be able to help your clients cut through dietary confusion. Can we please with the nutrition science that's so completely confusing? I love that you can have a scientific study that tells you dairy is great, dairy is horrible. I mean, it's very confusing. So how do we cut through that? We want to help you discover the optimal balance of macronutrients for your unique body or your client's unique body. We want to make healthy eating simple and fun. It doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to feel like deprivation. We want to help your clients upgrade the quality of their food. One of the things that we teach in the training is to count chemicals and not calories. We also want to look at, you'll be able to help your clients balance blood sugar for weight loss and energy gain. You'll be able to help people cure cravings. That's such a gift and a blessing because cravings haunt many of us. You'll be able to optimize sleep and movement and play. You'll be able to help your clients and yourself reduce and or cope better with stress. And you'll also have protocols for going gluten-free, going dairy-free, going vegan, going vegetarian, if that's something you want to do. And chances are good you'd have clients come to you asking to do those things. So you'd be able to have a protocol to say, okay, we're going to take step 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. That's really great. So let's dive deeper into level 2 of functional nutrition and how we teach it, which is about making it functional, making that foundational nutrition science functional. So the teacher for this module is renowned functional nutritionist and faculty member Andrea Nakayama. And in this level, again, we're looking to discover how does food interact with the body so that we're mitigating disease and we're building health. And when you learn this, you're going to be able to help yourself and your clients understand why bioindividuality tells us that good nutrition isn't the same for everyone. You're going to be able to uncover connections between your clients' diet and lifestyle habits and their symptoms. You're going to be able to discover what's really leading to your client's symptoms so you can create individualized solutions that work. You're going to be using proven diagnostic tracking tools, nothing fancy, but very effective, to identify which foods are likely causing troubling symptoms for you and your clients and why. And you're going to help your clients finally feel better by getting to the heart of what's causing their suffering. This is really amazing stuff. If you're like me, I'm drooling. I created the course, something that was like so good. I get very excited about this stuff. Then level 3, I'm blushing because now you are seeing what a learning geek I truly am about health and nutrition and wellness. Okay, so level 3, working with advanced conditions. This is taught by our physician and leading health expert faculty, and you're going to learn condition-specific nutrition protocols so that you can help yourself and your clients with advanced medical conditions that you will most likely encounter if you are working in a nutrition career. And those conditions are weight loss, heart health, and diabetes, and you'll see our faculty there, Dr. Brian Mull, JJ Virgin, Dr. Stephen Masley, amazing practitioners, amazing teachers. Now, later in the webinar, when I show you how you get access into the training for free, you're actually going to see the diabetes protocol. It's 8 steps from Dr. Brian Mull. It's really great. But right now, what I want you to notice here in our functional nutrition framework is that everything is extremely hands-on. It's extremely practical. You don't see in here organic chemistry or statistics or pharmacology or other things that might be taught in traditional dietetics programs. That's not our specialty. With us, your time and energy is invested in learning functional nutrition because it's the practical advice and support that will help the people you work with be successful in creating healthier lifestyle habits that stick. Because the truth is, when you're out in the world working with clients, I'm telling you this from firsthand experience, that recommending diet and lifestyle changes is far and away the easy part. That is the easiest part. What's the hardest part is having people do what you tell them to do and making healthy habits that stick. That's the hardest part. And if you're someone who already works with people, you know this to be true. So why is that? It's because people don't do what they're supposed to do. And this is true for all of us, myself included. So we can do an experiment right here. Think of one thing that you know you should be doing for your health or for your life that would really make a difference in your life if you did it, but you're not doing it. Do you have your one thing? I have mine. I mean, it's just human nature. We all need help to make change. If we could do it on our own, we would have done it on our own. So with nutrition, we focus so much on the practical as opposed to the theoretical, and we teach concepts that are directly applicable to you and your life and to the lives of the people that you'll be working with. And we help you get really hands-on coaching experience early so you can start putting what you're learning into practice. And the greatest thing the thing I love the most about this approach is that it's really fun. It's super fun. And if we're going to be changing ourselves and changing people and changing the world, then we got to have some fun. Plus, we treat our students like adult learners because you are. So rather than force you to write papers or take excruciating finals, what our aim is to empower you to make changes in your own health and to make changes in the health of your clients. Now, one thing I wondered when I was considering this career was, well, should I become a nutritionist or a dietitian? How is nutrition and health coaching a better path? So let's just talk about that for a second. Becoming a traditional nutritionist or dietitian could mean going back to school for 3 to 5 years. It's studying intense anatomy, biochemistry, organic chemistry, like all of these intense, heavy topics. You may be incurring debt for tuition that could run to, I don't know, $34,000, $66,000. Wherever you go to school, it's going to be a significant chunk of money. And when I looked at that and I considered, I was like, do I really want to be in debt for $66,000 and studying things that I just don't know if I can get super excited about organic chemistry. Like I can get real excited about transformation and functional nutrition. And the thing that really got me was after all that time and money spent, I'd still have to get a job. There was no guarantee that I would have one. And maybe I would like it and maybe I wouldn't. I didn't want to work in a hospital. I didn't want to work with like a food conglomerate. I didn't want to work in a school system. So another option is in 6 months, you could start earning $100 an hour or more by investing a fraction of that tuition in our training and getting certified. And that would help you get a job you love. It would train you to start your own business like I did and Stacy did. I think you can see her in this picture too. So you can make your own schedule. You can work from home or anywhere in the world. And to me, it was a no-brainer because I wanted to get started quickly. So if you want to get started quickly, if you need a change now, this might be a really smart way to go. So instead of spending years essentially becoming a food scientist while accumulating a lot of debt, you could start working with people to help them change their habits within a few months. And I just like that. I didn't want to struggle, like I said, with organic chemistry. I wanted to talk about eating organic foods. That's what I was really into. And I'll talk about how you get certified in just 6 months in a little bit. But first, if you're excited about what you're seeing here and if you want to know more, then watch for a phone call from one of our amazing Clarity coaches. You're going to see some of them here on the slide. A Clarity coach you can think of as like a trusted advisor or a best friend. And these are amazing coaches you can see on the slide: Valerie, Dante, Heather, and they work from home all over the US, Canada, the UK, Australia, and their job is to help you through this process, whatever you decide to do. And you can talk with them one-on-one to get your questions answered, to help you get clear on your next steps, if it feels right. They can help you create a plan to make the training work for you. They really can walk you through the curriculum. They can help you with everything that might be on your mind about the training. So they're going to call you. So watch for that call. Or if you really are feeling like, no, I want to talk to someone now, you can always call the number on the slide or set up a call at the link that's on the slide. And just a quick reminder, in a few minutes, I am going to share a special gift with you, one that will give you a VIP access to our training so that you can take it for a test drive. You're going to get access to some of our students' favorite lessons, like how to learn 100 dietary theories in 10 minutes. This is one of my favorites. You'll access a lesson about the science behind habit change and so much more. So stick with me for another couple of minutes till the end of the webinar so I can show you how to access that 72-hour test drive that I think you're going to love. Okay, so we've talked about the nutrition side of the equation of your nutrition career blueprint. Now I want to talk about the coaching side, because as I said earlier, without that part, none of what you tell people to do is going to matter. And something that makes HCI really different from any other school is our proprietary coaching methodology, and it's called the Habit Change Coaching Method. Now, why is having a coaching methodology important for your success in nutrition? Because we already said clients don't do what they're supposed to do. If they did, we wouldn't have a job. But the truth is that the number one problem that doctors and nutritionists and healthcare providers have is patient compliance. So even people who with, the pedigree of a doctor or whatever can't get people to do what they're supposed to do. And patient compliance is a fancy way of saying that my patient isn't doing what they're supposed to do. So why do they even have that problem? Because what I learned in my career is that knowledge does not equal habit change. However, knowledge plus habit change creates transformation. Or for you, in your nutrition career blueprint, that formula would look like this: functional nutrition plus habit change equals transformation. That's the magic formula. So I've shown you how you're going to learn functional nutrition in our training, those 3 levels that we're going to walk you through. I would love to show you how you're going to learn to create habit change for yourself and for your clients. And here is a ninja coaching secret. This is a ninja coaching secret, and you can tell that it's a ninja coaching secret because there's a picture of a ninja on the slide. Just saying. Here's the secret. No matter how good your health and wellness knowledge is, your client won't get results unless you address the underlying reason for staying stuck. And that may sound crazy, like, what do you mean, a reason for staying stuck? But when you learn the science behind habit change, what you'll learn is every client has an underlying reason for staying stuck. So by the time you complete our training, you will be trained in the habit change coaching method, which will have you become expert at addressing and transforming those underlying reasons clients have for staying stuck. And I'm going to tell you a secret that you might hear nowhere else. It might be nowhere. That having this skill is actually the number one reason why clients will pay you for your services. Why is that? Because information is fairly easy. They can Google it. But change is not easy. Change is very difficult. And that's what clients need you for. So when you combine functional nutrition with habit change coaching, like that formula we just showed you, and it equals transformation, well, what does that look like? What are the actual results that you can get for your clients? Well, let's take a look at some of those. Some of the actual results you can get for your clients are cutting through dietary confusion, learning which foods to eat and which foods to avoid, balancing blood sugar, decreasing stress, decreasing inflammation, losing weight, gaining energy, curing cravings, improving digestion, healing adrenal fatigue, overcoming binge eating and emotional eating. Yes, we're going to talk about that. You bet. Stop chronic dieting, fall in love with their bodies and be comfortable in their skin. You'll be able to help people look and feel younger. You're going to be able to help people get unstuck and greatly improve the quality of their life. You're going to help them experience deep happiness and satisfaction and so much more. It will blow your mind what you're able to do for people. And let's actually look at some examples of results that our students have gotten for their clients. So Jean is saying that within just 6 weeks, my 90-day signature program client has released 16 pounds, 2 pants shirt sizes, and has tons of energy. So just to clarify, Jean is a student of our training, and she's talking about a client that she's working with and helping. So her client is getting these results, which is pretty amazing. Let's look at the next one. So Teresa, her client lost 10 pounds and was able to get a more secure job with more money. She said her client noticed such a positive change in her that she hired her full time. Wow. And then she agreed to sign on for another 90 days. Fantastic. Let's see another one so you can get more of a feel of the kind of results that you can get for people when you combine functional nutrition and habit change coaching. So Erica is saying that her client lost 30 pounds. Dang. Her diabetes is under control for the first time in 15 years, improved blood pressure, improved sleep, more energy and focus, decreased joint pain and stiffness. And I like her hashtag, ready to quit my day job. I also like walking in my purpose. That is what we all want to do. That's why you're here. I can almost guarantee, because you know your destiny. I'm looking at you. My daughter, I have a 3-year-old girl. She actually did this to me before before she got in the bath the other night. I couldn't believe it. She learned it from my husband. It was adorable. Anyway, what's exciting about seeing these stories from our students about their clients is that this could be you. Like, these students didn't start 100 years ago. They started 6 months, a year, 2 years ago at most. So you could be the next student that I'm featuring here, going, look at the results that she got for her clients or that he got for his clients. And to just take a second and imagine for a moment how incredible and how fulfilling it will feel to be able to get results like these that really change people's lives. No joke, right? To know that you encountered someone, and because of their encounter with you, you transformed their health and forever altered the course of their life because of their work with you. I don't know what's better. I don't know what's a better use of my time. For my work time, I don't know what's a better use. It would be amazing. All right. So let's talk about how we train you to deliver habit change. So in our training, we're going to show you how to deliver a 90-day health coaching program. I think you actually saw one of our students mention the 90-day program. And it's 1 session per week for 12 weeks. And that 90-day framework with 12 sessions was something that came from sort of years of research. Stacy was really one of my best teachers, a phenomenal health coaching practice. And she used this 90-day program to go from 0 clients to 72 clients, making $96,000 in her first year as a health and nutrition coach. And so this coaching program, you can feel confident that what you're learning is going to work. It's worked for hundreds of her clients, thousands of the coaches that we've trained, and chances are very good that it will work for you and for your clients as well. And what that means is that you can feel confident about what you're offering. We're not teaching you to offer one-off sessions. That's not going to be useful for you. Please don't go to any training that teaches you to offer one-off sessions as a nutrition coach or practitioner. That's just not going to be useful for someone over the long haul. They need habit change, and habit change happens over time. So now that you've learned about the power of functional nutrition combined with habit change coaching and how that can create transformation for clients, let's talk about the juicy stuff, which is how you get clients and how you make money as a nutrition and as a nutrition and a health coach. That's what I meant to say. So in fact, I want to show you our 3-step system for getting clients and making money in just a moment. This is going to really give you a clear picture of how it's going to happen. But first, I just want to quickly share something else that makes our training different than other trainings. And it's having one of the best, most respected accreditations in the world. So our program is accredited. I've been talking a lot today. I'll have some water. Our program is accredited by the International Coach Federation. And in case you're not familiar with the International Coach Federation, or ICF as it's sometimes called, it is the leading global organization dedicated to advancing the coaching profession, and they're the oldest and most respected authority on coaching in the world. And here's the good news. Our training is the first health coach training in the world to be accredited by the ICF. So what this means is that once you graduate, you are going to be able to confidently say that you're a certified coach and that your training is recognized by this amazing organization. And what that means for you is that you won't have to worry about being taken seriously or that your training won't count. with other people. And we're also recognized around the world by these amazing organizations in Canada, the Canadian Health Coach Alliance, in the UK, the Federation of Holistic Therapists, in Australia and New Zealand, the International Institute for Complementary Therapists. All right, so we're covering a lot on this webinar. And of course, if you have questions at any time, know that you're going to get a phone call for one of our amazing clarity coaches, maybe Heather, maybe Dante, maybe Val, maybe someone else amazing. So you can talk one-on-one to get clear on your next step. And if this is the right next step for you, they can help you create a plan to make it work for your time, to make it work for your budget. So talking with a clarity coach is really going to be valuable for you if you are passionate about nutrition and healthy living and you're ready to turn that into a part-time career or a full-time career. Talking with a clarity coach is going to be helpful for you if you really, let's just be straight. If you can't stand your current job for another second and you have to find something more meaningful, this is a good conversation to have. And also it's a good conversation to have if you feel like you're ready for a change, but you're just not sure how to make that change. So when your clarity coach calls, be sure to pick up the phone. They also have some really awesome bonuses to share with you for the training that are usually exclusive to a particular term. So it's totally worthwhile to talk to that coach, to get dibs on those bonuses, to get all the information you need about payment plans, tuition, etc. Now, let's dive in to how we can help you get clients and make money as a nutrition and health coach. So when it comes to getting clients, it's very likely that you're asking yourself these two key questions, because these are questions I ask myself. And the first one is, will people pay for coaching? Excellent question. And how will I get clients? Also an excellent question. So let's start with the first one. Will people pay for coaching? Well, here's what's happening in the nutrition coaching market, according to a recent study by Market Data. The U.S. nutrition coaching market was worth $6.14 billion in 2017 and is forecasted to grow 5.4% annually up to $7.85 billion by 2022. And I think this goes to show just how much people need this help because they're getting sicker and sicker. These numbers would not be growing in this way. This would not be a multi-billion-dollar market if people weren't really sick. The average salary of a nutrition coach is more than $55,000 a year, with the potential to earn six figures and beyond, depending on experience, location, niche, and other factors, many of which we teach in our training. So we can get you up into that top 1% of coaches. 60% of Americans are interested in working with a nutrition coach. That's equal to about 197 million people. That's a lot of people, certainly way more than you could ever work with in your entire career. Unless you become the Tony Robbins of nutrition coaching, well, then maybe that's different. But for those of you who are like, okay, 197 million people, that's a big market, but how do I get the clients? So let's look at that. So our curriculum, the way we teach it, it walks you through 4 pillars. And you can think of pillars as modules, but we call them pillars because they're sort of like 4 legs of a chair. I'm sitting on a chair right now. And if one of the legs came off my chair, I would fall over, right? So these are the pillars that you need to have integrity and strength and a standing up for your career. And the 4 pillars are functional nutrition, the habit change coaching method, your own personal growth, and proven business and marketing systems. So one of the things that makes our program different from other schools is our business and marketing focus, because Stacy and myself have been working coaches for so many years. So getting clients is part of the program. And we give you everything you need to make your first or next $5,000 as a nutrition and health coach. In fact, many students earn their tuition back before their training is complete. So let's look at a few. Kenny King here is a grad, and she said she made back more than the investment for the training before she finished the program, which is awesome. Let's see our next student. Megan Sanchez. She has paid it off, and I love that she says investing in myself in this way was the scariest thing ever. but you'll have to take the leap if you want to see the results. Making transitions without investing in yourself with time, money, and energy is simply not a realistic thing. So true. Very, very smart, that coach. And this is Gina. I have more than made 3 times what I invested. So that's what our program is set up to help you do. Now, if you have never gotten a client in your life, if you've never been paid for your services, like I had never done that, I'd always been paid by some other entity, I couldn't imagine someone paying me, and I was the entity. That was very weird. So if you've never gotten a client or being paid for your services, then it may seem hard to imagine making $1, let alone $5,000 or more. So what I'd really like to do is show you how the training is going to walk you through a 3-step system to get clients and make money. So let's look at those steps now. So step 1 is so important, and one that I'll tell you, this is a pet peeve of mine. I don't want to start on a soapbox ranting and raving, but I am deeply frustrated at the lack of marketing training that a lot of schools don't include. There are a lot of great trainings out there. They really are. But I don't find it useful to have a skill set and no way to tell people about it so that they say, I want to work with you. Like, that's not useful. Otherwise, you end up sitting with your light under a bushel. So we want to help you shine your light. And the way we do this is simple marketing. And the first step is to learn how to describe the service you offer, right? Because if you don't know how to talk about what you do, it's going to be really hard to connect with clients. So one of our gifts is helping you just get started with that, so you can feel confident, so you can clearly communicate what we're offering. And we really hold your hand and walk you through how to describe your services in a way that's compelling and that attracts ideal paying clients. And on the slide, you see that we give you sample titles of your program. You see sample bullets of what someone's going to experience when they talk to you. We really give you, this is just a glimpse of like the hundreds of handouts and things that you get in the training. But we want to help you and give you as many specifics as possible because we didn't have that when we started and we really wanted it. Let's look at step 2. So step 2 is getting your first practice client. Now, working with a practice client, so we always have to practice. It's just like when you learn to ride a bike, you have training wheels and then the training wheels come off. Well, practice clients are your training wheels. And working with a practice client starts with inviting someone into an initial conversation with you. And we're going to walk you through a simple system to help you make that invitation. Plus, we're going to train you in how to deliver that conversation with word-for-word scripting for every part of that initial conversation. And you can see an example of that here. That initial conversation we call opening the relationship, because we're going to talk and see, do we want to have a relationship? It's like the first date. What are we going to do? We want to go on. And you're going to see that we're going to go into that extremely clearly so you know how to have this initial conversation. You know exactly what to do, exactly what to say, even if you're nervous, even if you're scared, even if you're a total introvert. And you're going to work with several practice clients over the course of your training to build that confidence to take the training wheels off and work with paying clients, which takes us to step 3. Getting your first paying client, and then more than that, of course. But to get your first paying client, we're going to show you top places to find clients. This is just an example of one of our materials where all of our students combined and shared all of the places they're finding clients. And so we're going to give you information about getting clients and specifics about getting clients, even if you don't have a social circle, if you don't know anyone that might be your client, if you live in a rural area. We can help you with all of that. And in fact, you can use our systems to find clients, whether you're outgoing, maybe you're the networking type, maybe you're the public speaking type, maybe you're the super introverted shy type like me. I'm a complete hermit. I don't exist outside this camera. Because the truth that I found is that getting clients is actually quite simple. However, there are some key strategies that you need to have in place. So in our business and marketing module, what we're going to give you is detailed scripts flowcharts, templates, checklists, where we want to take the guesswork out of getting clients and making money. And you see just a few on the slide here. I think a major advantage that our graduates love having is that, unlike a traditional dietitian, for example, who might have to work in a hospital or a less than ideal setting, you will be able to work in beautiful environments that you enjoy being in. And we encourage that because your working environment contributes to your health. And so that could be a wellness center, that could be a physician's office, a chiropractor's office. You could work with clients at home. I'm at home right now. You could be over the phone. You could be Skype. You could work on Skype. You have so many options. It's very flexible. Now, you might still be wondering, but how are you different from other schools? And what makes this training really right for me? So everything we provide for you is designed, first of all, to create unprecedented personal growth. We did a survey of our students who said, I think it was 96% of them said that this training was a major turning point in their lives in terms of their own personal growth and who they were becoming. So it's designed to do that. So you can jump into this new career with confidence and excitement and make a great living by helping people get healthy. So from the flexible study schedule to the personalized mentorship to our functional nutrition curriculum to the habit change coaching method to our world-renowned physician and health expert faculty to our dual life coach certificate. Didn't even talk about this. We're the only training that offers a dual life coach certificate. Why? Because one thing that Stacy and I learned coaching is that the conversation quickly veers away from food, quickly veers away from lifestyle, and quickly moves into what's happening in your client's life. And you've got to have a skill set and a toolkit to work with that. So we have a dual life coach certificate option. Also, opportunities for employment and career services to help you get a job if that's what you would like. An incredible community of like-minded learners, live training events. I think online learning is amazing and is going to transform our world like nothing we've ever seen. And there's still nothing that replaces face-to-face connection. So we have live training events with myself, with Stacy, with amazing guest faculty. And of course, we have the most respected and recognized accreditation in the industry. So with all of these things, our job is to make sure that you are the best educated, the most effective, the most empowered nutrition and health coach you can be. So if you made it this far, first of all, I'm so excited and happy that you're here with me still. I want to congratulate you because clearly you are someone who wants more for yourself. And as the author Bruce Barton says, the most important part about getting somewhere is starting right where we are. So let's do this together right now, okay? My daughter always says that, okay? Let's start right now, okay? I really want to challenge you to take action because you probably already know that insight without action is meaningless. I'm hoping that you've had some insight on this webinar and now it's time to take action. And becoming a nutrition coach or practitioner, going into a nutrition career can feel like a big turning point, like a big decision. But it's actually quite simple. And really all you have to do is answer two questions. And the first one is, does this resonate with me? And the second one is, am I ready for a change in my life? And if the answer to either of these questions is yes, then definitely watch your phone. Pick up your phone here. Watch your phone for a call from a clarity coach. Pick up the phone so they can help you create your plan for how this training can work for your life, for your budget, for your goals, for your family, all of it. And you don't have to wait for the phone to ring. You can call a clarity coach right now at the phone number on the screen. You can type in the link into a browser and go to schedule an appointment with a clarity coach. You can do that now. And of course, there's one more thing that I've been promising you for this entire time that we've been hanging out. So drum roll. As a big thank you for being here, for coming this far in the webinar. I'm so excited and so proud to give you what I've been promising, which is your very own special 72-hour VIP access to our training so you can go behind the scenes, experience the training for yourself. It's totally free. It comes with no obligation. And this feels to me like a very Oprah moment of like, you get access and you get access and you get access, because I don't know a lot of trainings that do this. I don't think they do really. So why do we do it? Well, we do it because I'm so confident and excited and proud of the material, and feel like when you experience the lessons, when you experience the course materials, when you experience the community, that you're just going to know in your bones if this is right for you. And that's where we make our decisions. We make our decisions from our bones and our guts and our hearts, and sometimes from here, but more in here. And so being in the training is going to help you see, is this activated? Does it light you up or not? Either way is okay, but going into the access is the way to find out. So let me talk about first what you're going to receive in the 72-hour access, and then I'll give you a link to access your access. So we're going to share lessons from the training so you can experience what it would be like to be a student, and I want to look at what you're going to learn. So we already talked about the 4 pillars in our training, and you're going to have lessons from each one of the pillars. And Stacy and I didn't mention this detail, but we have made our income solely from coaching consistently year after year for 12 years each, a combined 24 years of coaching. No, actually, that's not true. Stacy made her living for 12 years. I made for 10. My first 2 years I struggled because I didn't know any of this stuff. So I was just floundering around. So 12 years of income from coaching for Stacy, 10 for me, and we're the breadwinners in our family. I have a daughter, she has a daughter. So we have responsibilities. What we're sharing with you is not theory. It's worked with us for us in the real world. It's worked for thousands of coaches that we've trained in over 30 countries around the world. You can see on the slide a picture of all the places that our students have been. So let me just show you a peek of the sample lessons that you're about to experience. The first sample lesson is awesome. It's called How to Learn 100 Dietary Theories in 10 Minutes. And whether you enroll in our training or not, I'm pretty confident that when watching this video will forever change how you approach diets and food, especially when you learn how to cut through nutrition confusion so fast that you can literally learn 100 dietary theories in 10 minutes. It is a jaw-dropper trick. It will save you years of studying highfalutin nutrition, or it will help you make sense of all the nutrition that you've studied before you got here, because chances are good you probably have. The next lesson that you're going to get is the Habit Change Coaching Method. And this is a picture of what it will look like when you're inside your student access. This lesson is called the Habit Change Coaching Method, the coach's secret superpower that radically changes lives. And we're going to talk about why giving advice does not work to get results for your clients and what does work instead. And we're going to share a sample coaching conversation so you can get a sense of the kind of transformation that you can create for your future clients and for yourself. The next lesson that you're going to experience is personal growth, how to transform fear into wealth so you can create the life you desire. And in this lesson, we really want to talk about why it's normal to have fear when it comes to money, especially when it comes to investing in yourself or having clients pay you for your services as a coach. We talked about that being so weird when like you're used to getting your money from a company or whatever, and then all of a sudden someone pays you and it's like, whoa, that's a very weird transition. And so we want to share a system for helping you overcome your fears around money so that you can feel more confident and more empowered than ever. And I would just say that this is something else that makes our training different from other schools, is that we really work on your relationship to money, because as a coach, you're going to be talking with every client you have about fees. You're going to have a money conversation with every client you have for the rest of your career. So if you're not working through your stuff around money, it's hard to be a leader for your clients in that money conversation, and that's what we have to be. no one other training might tell you that when you become a nutrition and health coach, you actually are also a money coach, and we want to prepare you for that. The next sample lesson will be proven business building systems, and this is where we're going to dive deeper into how to get paying clients. So in part one, you're going to hear a demonstration of that initial conversation that you'll have with someone to become a client. I talked about it earlier when we train you on how to get a practice client. You learn this initial conversation. And I think what is going to happen when you hear the demo is you're going to fall in love with how natural it is, with how authentic it is, with how much value it gives to the client, whether they ever work with you or not. It's something that you can feel excited about delivering and proud of delivering. The second part, we're gonna dive deeper into that 3-step system to get paying clients that I showed you today. We'll show you the top 5 places where we'll show you how to find ideal paying clients. We'll talk about how much our students and graduates charge their clients, so you can look at pricing. That was a huge question for me when I was considering this as a career. And then we'll also look at how you can set the pace of your career growth, because coaching can be a side gig, it can be full-time, you can work on the weekends, you can work on the evenings, you can work by phone, in person, you can spend the weekend in Costa Rica, you can have paying clients in Thailand. I mean, the flexibility is really fantastic. Hopefully, you're seeing how valuable this 72-hour VIP access is and why you want to access it for sure, but there's more. So the next sample lesson is going to be about working with advanced medical conditions. And we are the first school to partner with physicians and health experts to create coaching protocols created specifically for coaches, where you're not trying to pretend to be a doctor or something that you're not, but a physician or a leading expert is teaching you, here's what you do to work with diabetes clients, heart health clients who need to lose weight. I'll tell you, when I was first coaching, I hated not having this, because I would get an email at night and someone would say, I have diabetes, can you help me? And I was like, I don't think so, actually. But I needed clients because I was starting out. And so I had to turn somebody away, and I hated that. If I had just had this, I could have opened up the diabetes protocol, watched the training, and gone, oh, okay, I know what to do with the client now. And so that's why we provide this for you, to help you be able to work with more people. Of course, our next sample lesson is the Dual Life Coach Certificate. So we are the first and only nutrition and health coach training to offer a Dual Life Coach Certificate. So you don't have to choose between becoming a nutrition and health coach and becoming a life coach. You get both. And you'll also discover how the Life Coach Certificate will help you feel confident to coach your client, not just on health, but on any area of life, finances, relationships, all of it. And that is what you need, because people will ask you and want your help on everything. So in the 72-hour, the final lesson you're going to get is going to tie everything together and take you on a tour of the training. And you'll learn more about what makes us different, from curriculum to accreditations to live training events and more. The other thing that's really fun about the 72-hour access is it has fun special gifts in every lesson. And the first one is a cheat sheet handout, how to learn 100 dietary theories in 10 minutes. And there literally are in this handout 100 diets on it that you can learn at a glance. I'm pretty sure that this is going to change forever how you think about food and diet. So I'm really excited to give this to you. You'll hear personal stories from students about the kinds of transformations that they've experienced, so that you can get more of an idea of what might happen for you as a result of saying yes to this journey. We're going to share our How to Get Clients action guide, so you can see in even more detail how our training prepares you to get clients. Plus, of course, we're going to talk about how much our graduates charge for coaching. Then we're going to give you our 8-step protocol for working with clients who have diabetes, co-created by us and Dr. Brian Mole. And we're also going to share a fun gift, a sample bio that you can share once you graduate. So when someone asks, what do I do? What do you do? we want to give you a script for what you can say. And then there's so much more in that 72-hour access. So even if you experience the 72-hour access and decide that this isn't the right place for you or the right training for you, it's still well worth your time, because in the VIP access, we're going to start you on one of the first steps toward becoming someone who can help people really change their lives. And the first step toward helping others change is beginning to change yourself. And that's what you're going to start in the VIP access. So you want to think of the 72-hour VIP access like a deep dive into health and habit change so that you can start experiencing your own personal transformation now. So whether you enroll in our training or not, you'll experience these powerful lessons straight from the training that could have a huge impact on your life. So if you're feeling stuck, if you're at a crossroads, if you're ready for a change, then every video that you watch in this 72-hour VIP access is going to have at least one major aha that will help you change your own habits, your own health, your own life. So how do you access your access? Well, let me show you. So you can take this link and type it into a browser, or it's going to be on the page around this webinar, and you can simply click on it to access your 72-hour access. And I'm going to see you in there. We're going to continue the journey, you and me, just like my 3-year-old. We're going to keep rocking and rolling. Plus, of course, if you have questions right now, if you want someone to help you one-on-one, watch for a phone call from your Clarity coach, or you can pick up the phone and call. Regardless, I do hope to see you. I can't wait to see you in the 72-hour access. There's so much more fun to be had. And I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for spending this time with me. It really was a pleasure to be with you. I truly believe that there are no accidents, and that if we're here together, it's for a reason. Thank you. And I'm wishing you and everyone you love very, very, very good health.